kept that gray hoodie you left, the one with the bleach stain on the sleeve. It's losing the way you used to smell. Now it just smells like my apartment and cheap detergent. I walk past the gate at the airport, watching people hug like it's a movie. I just looked at my shoes, the laces are frayed. I'm getting bad at taking care of things since you aren't here to remind me. I don't want a picture, I don't want to hear your voice through a speaker. I just want the weight of your arm, dead weight across my chest while I'm trying to sleep, that's all. Just the way you need that. The radiator is making that clicking sound again. You know how to fix it, or at least you make a joke about it. I bought that cereal like the one that stays crunchy too long. It's sitting in the cabinet getting stale because I can't finish the box alone. Every time I go to the grocery store, I grab two of everything, then I have to put one back. It's a habit I can't seem to break. I don't want a picture, I don't want to hear your voice through a speaker. I just want the weight of your arm, dead weight across my chest while I'm trying to sleep, that's all. It's too much room, so alone. Look, I'm looking at the fridge, saw the magnets out of place. Funny how a house feels empty without your face. I'm pacing the floor, leather boots scuffing the wood. Just the sound of the rain while the rest of the world sleep. It's heavy on my mind, this distance is a crime. Trying to keep it cool, but I'm losing my shine. So I sit back, relax, and stare at the wall, waiting for the day I don't feel so small. Maybe I'll drive halfway, meet you at that rest stop with the head vending machine. We can sit in the backseat for 20 minutes and pretend the road doesn't go both ways. It goes both ways. I'm tired of driving. My side of the bed is too warm. I'm just staring at the ceiling, count the miles in my head, 1,000 just to touch your hand. Yeah.
Stay solid.
Heavy wool coats, salt on the leather. Standing in the storm, changing the weather. Envelope from the state, lawyers want more. Lock the front gate, reinforce the door. The block don't stop for a fallen friend, just waiting for the cycle to start again. You held it still when the sky turned gray, keeping all the wolves and the rats away. Thick skin earned from years on the corner, no time for the act of a formal mourner. We keep it moving, keeping the circle tight, fighting off the cold in the middle of light. Survival is a craft, we mastered the art, protecting the mission and protecting the heart. I see the threat in the glass behind, keeping the vision sharp for the whole kind.
We build on what they tried to break, carry the load for a sake. No tears left for the winter rain, moving silent through the heavy pain, through the pain.
Stash house cold, feeling like a tomb. Bad air hanging in every single room. The code of silence is the only law, fixing every single mistake that I saw. They took a piece of the cornerstone, but I never had to stand here alone. Keep the ledger clean, eyes on the prize, looking at the truth through your eyes. The weight of the legend is heavy to carry. Nothing in this life left to be scary. We bridge the gap, we cross the line. Your strength combined with a soul like mine. No backing down from the debt we owe. Moving through the mud and the dirty snow. Building the kingdom on top of the grief. Finding in each other a moment of relief.
We build on what they tried to break, carry the load for a sake.
Never.
No tears left for the winter rain, moving silent through
solid. Always. No folding under the pressure. Never. Just the weight of the gone. Carry on.
Check the math. It always adds up.
Audit the books, the math ain't matching up. Sipping vintage red from a heavy crystal cup. Spotted your ghost by the pier. Third warehouse, pray the frames hide the glare. Moves are stealth. You sold the secret or you sold your soul. I run the empire, keeping the vault locked. Velvet gloves when I choke out the truth. Evidence tucked inside the ceiling tiles. The driver said you took a detour south. Silver spoon tasting like late in your mouth. I bought the loyalty, I bought the silence. Don't mistake my elegance for sudden violence. 10 carats on the hand that grips the chrome. Protecting the castle, protecting the home. If the bag is light, then your head is too. Tell me exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Lies in the silk, blood on the mink. Everything we built sliding over the brink. The truth before the hammer drops. Loyalty is heavy when the breathing stops. Loyalty is heavy when the hammer drops. Loyalty is heavy when the breathing stops. Lies in the silk, blood on the mink. Everything we built sliding over the brink.
Tell me the truth before the hammer drops. Loyalty is heavy when the breathing stops. Stop the interrogation, I was out in the rain. Ducking the indictments, ignoring all the strain. The snitch was a setup, I handled the heat. Her blood ticking, I don't know defeat. You listening to vultures, circling the throne. I brought the prophet, I brought it all home. Kevlar under the wool, I'm guarded and cold. The truth is a story that's already told. I took the long way to lose the tail. The system is rigged, I'm too big for jail. I scrubbed the prints off the leather dash. Sacrificed the ego just to keep the cash. We partners in crime, don't forget the bond. Staring at the bodies in the deep blue pond. And if I cross you, then I cross myself. Put the paranoia back on the shelf.
Lies in the silk, blood on the mink. Everything we built sliding over the brink. The truth before the hammer drops. Loyalty is heavy when the breathing stops. Loyalty is heavy when the hammer drops. Loyalty is heavy when the breathing stops. Lies in the silk, blood on the mink. Everything we built sliding over the brink.
Tell me the truth before the hammer drops. Loyalty is heavy when the breathing stops. Face to face, let the lead do the talking. Walk in the line where the ghosts are walking. Walk in the line where the ghosts are walking.
Ghosts are walking, ghosts are walking.
No more masks, just the cold hard facts. No more masks, just the cold hard facts. Before the whole world starts to crack.
Check the math.
Check the math, it always adds up. Keep your eyes open, the game is cold, cold. Yeah, it's cold out here. Keep the wool tight, checking the perimeter. North wind cutting through the leather. North wind cutting through the leather. 6 flights up, looking for a breach in the perimeter. You held a heavy iron at the door while the wolves circled the lobby. We stood in the dark, watching for the red and blue flicker. You didn't flinch when the sirens wailed, just told me my eyes were sharp like ice. I was a ghost before you saw the frame. Hiding in the gray of the stairwell. Now we move like a single unit. One breath, one aim, through the frost.
You saw the steel beneath the skin, steel beneath the skin. Taught me how to walk the wire, not just survive the winter, but on the cold I found myself in the heat of the struggle, standing tall beside my own, oh, beside my own.
Yeah, the block is a chairs bogged of salt and ash. Heavy boots on the frozen pavement. I used to look for X's in every face. Paranoia was my only religions. Paranoia was my only religion. But you handed me the blueprints. Showed me the map of the hidden tunnels. We built our own kingdom in the ruins. Raw silk and lead pipes, no more running from the reflection. I see the general in the glass now, the way you look at me, like I'm the last fortress standing, hardened by the pressure. Diamond formed in the basement, dark. We don't need the sun to see clear.
You saw the steel beneath the skin, steel beneath the skin. Taught me how to walk the wire, not just survive the winter, but on the cold I found myself in the heat of the struggle, standing tall beside my own, beside my own. No more hiding, the ice don't break under my weight. I found the strength you always knew. Found the strength in the middle of the war. I found the peace.
Yeah. Stay down. We the only ones left. When it's ours. Yeah.
Yeah, check the weather. Silk robe dragging across the marble floor. Rain hitting the skylight like hollow tips. Lotto piano knit dripping from the rack. Cartier frames block the gray sky view. I keep the product moving while clouds burst. Counting these hundreds with a steady palm. The climate change, but the numbers stay fixed. Heavy mink dragging through the wide foyer. I'm the architect of this cold empire. No cracks in our reflection in the wet asphalt. Everything I touch turns a heavy metal. The skyline drowned under my penthouse suite. I am the storm before the actual thunder. Cashmere socks touching the heated tile. I do not feel the chill, I just see the game. Watching the sky fall from the iron throne. Silken violence, the water cleans the street. Don't ask the price if you cannot pay the toll. Queen of the storm, I reign in the rain. Heavy is the head that counts the profit. Wash away the sin with a designer label. They want the crown, but can I hold the weight? My shooters move quiet in the heavy downpour. Linen trousers pressed, no room for creases. I handle the logistics while the masses sleep. Imported marble stain with very old regrets. I treat the block like a high-end boutique. Select the cut, then I take the whole rack. To scan a sheepskin keeps the body warm. So warm. I am a shark in a tank of decorative fish. The business is booming, the climate is wet. Every drop sounds like a coin hitting glass. I do not pray for sun, I thrive in the dark. This is not a hobby, it is a global heist. Check the ledger, I am the only one left. The queen stays seated while the pawns drift. Watching the sky fall from the iron throne. Silken violence, the water cleans the street. Don't ask the price if you cannot pay the toll. Queen of the storm, I reign in the rain. Heavy is the head that counts the profit. Wash away the sin with a designer label. Thunder sounds like a shipment landing at the docks. I drink expensive water and watch the flood rise. Let it rise. No umbrella for the soul, just a bulletproof vest. Washing away the evidence of a busy week. Keep the rhythm steady like the rain on tin. Luxury and lo-fi, the empire never sleeps. Never sleeps. Just the rain and the boss. Just the rain, yeah.
Testing the frequency. Lower the lights in the mind. Steady now. Yeah, check the pulse of the block. The pavement feels like a heavy breath. Underneath these scuffed leather soles. Underneath these scuffed leather soles. Navigating through the noise of the traffic. Searching for a rhythm that belongs to me. Not the one sold on the corner, but the one carved in the marrow. Every street sign is a riddle. Every brick tells a lesson in endurance. I am reading the neighborhood like a scroll, unrolling the map of my own skin. No need for compasses or directions. The internal heat points the way north. Finding the center in the chaos, right there in the middle. Building a house out of vibration. Solid ground, solid mind. The truth is a quiet frequency. We are all just tuning our instruments to the melody of the breath. Grandfather taught me to count in heartbeats. He saw empires rise in a single blink. He told me the ink is stronger than lead, so I write my name on the wind. I am a student of the syllabus, found in the gray light of dawn. Knowledge is not a trophy to hold. It is a muscle that must be to hold. It is a muscle that must be worked. I dismantled the mask I was given to reveal the landscape underneath. The city is a mirror for my growth. Deep roots beneath the cracked sidewalk. My thoughts rotate like a planetary orbit, moving around the sun I cannot see, but I feel the warmth on my neck. I feel the warmth on my neck. The struggle is just a heavy coat. I am learning how to take it off. Walking light through the heavy rain. Synchronized through the heavy rain. Synchronized with the pulse of the piano. Each note a stepping stone across the mud. Manifesting the version of myself that existed before the world spoke. Silence is the most honest dialogue. I am finally starting to hear it. Rotate the dial. Stay on the path. Hear the silence. Build the soul. Yeah, that is it. True north. Sun low hitting the porch wood. Neighbors drifting like rising tides. No words needed, just the nod. Passing water, breaking bread slow. The drum kicks, we find the orbit. Roots deep beneath the garden stone. A spectrum of faces in the shade. Felt more than seen this cadence. Share breath in the open space. Hands clapping a simple rhythm. Cycles moving through the crowd. We are seeds in the same soil, growing toward the same zenith. Forget the clocks, time is a circle. Just stay here in the folding light. Moving as one, the pulse stays steady. Breathing together, we find the center. Children playing near the silver birch. Old men tracing lines in the dust. Every laugh is a chord played. Melody woven through the laughter. Nothing is lost, only transformed. The tide pulls us closer today. A landscape of skin and spirit, writing our names on the wind. Peace is a craft we practice, holding the heavy and the light. Looking toward the same horizon, one heart under the blue sky. Cadence of the collective soul, drift with the weight of the bass. Harmony in the quiet heat, a legacy of being right here. Moving as one, the pulse stays steady. Breathing together, we find the center. The pulse stays steady. Everything blooms. Everything blooms. The tide remains.
Stay steady.
Yeah. Clicking on the tracks. Final scratch. Yeah. Still clicking under these Prada soles. Late night leaning on the window pane. Cartier frames hide the pain I know. Drip like the leak in the ceiling rain. Keeping the circle small like a ring. Too many snakes in the tall grass. Only the tracks hear the song I sing. Watching the ghost of my past pass. I remember the floorboards was freezing. Now in first class just for the breathing. Celine hoodie on, I'm hiding a demon. Drinking the purple, got a good reason. PTSD, make the car feel like it's shaking. Paranoia got me checking who's faking. Lawyer call in, says the case isn't making. Stacking the bread till my fingers are aching. Rollie don't tick, it just glides on the wrist. Thinking about brothers I'm starting to miss. Crossed by a friend, put a hole in the list. Turning my heart to a frozen abyss. Rhythm of the wheels like a heartbeat. Moving too fast to stay on the street. Bought a new watch just to feel complete. But I'm still running from the heat. Still clicking under these Prada soles. Late night leaning on the window pane. Cartier frames hide the pain I know. Drip like the leak in the ceiling rain. Keeping the circle small like a ring. Too many snakes in the tall grass. Only the tracks hear the song I sing. Watching the ghost of my past pass. Final scratching in my head like the wheel. Hard to remember just how I should feel. Leather is soft, but the trauma is real. Signed it in blood, it was never a deal. Passing the station where I used to hustle. Missing the heart, I just got the muscle. Ice on my neck, keep my temperature low. Nowhere to be, but I got places to go. Still clicking under these Prada soles. Late night leaning on the window pane. Cartier frames hide the pain I know. Drip like the leak in the ceiling rain. Keeping the circle small like a ring. Too many snakes in the tall grass. Only the tracks hear the song I sing. Watching the ghost of my past pass. Clicking on the steel. Luxury pain. Yeah. Keep it moving. The tracks know. Yeah. Flow with the tide. The pavement breathes under 1,000 souls, moving like silt in a delta. I sit where the park meets the street, steam rising from the iron vents. A rhythm found in the clicking heels, no words exchanged, just the shared pace. We are all threads in a woven coat, keeping the cold from the bone. Watching the transit lines map the day, a spectrum of faces in the window glass, each one holding a different weight, balanced on the edge of the curve. The city moves like a single lung, inhaling the noise and the light, exhaling the quiet of the brick, steady in the center of the spin. Flow with the tide, moving in the orbit of the sun, caught in the pulse, finding the cadence in the rush. Flow with the tide, cadence in the rush. The sky turns the color of a bruised plum. Asphalt reflects the violet air. I see the way we weave through the gaps, a dance without music or a stage. Tides of people turning toward home, the horizon pulling us like a magnet. Quiet gratitude for the motion, the way the wheels of the hour turn, accepting the drift of the crowd. Nothing is fixed, everything flows. We are just leaves in a warm draft, ending where the morning began. The pulse of the sidewalk slows, settling into the dust of the keys. A melody written in the stone, resting until the next bloom. Flow with the tide, Floating in the orbit of the sun, caught in the pulse, finding the cadence in the rush. Flow with the tide, cadence in the rush. Nothing is fixed, everything flows. The next bloom. Flow with the tide, flow with the tide. Yeah, you know how it go. Calculated. Stay ready. Straightening the silk on my shoulders. Top shelf cognac in the glass. Yellow rocks hanging off the neck. The weight of the game feels right. I've been building this since '94. Long before the fame hit the soil. 5 minutes till the curtain rises. Feeling unbothered by the noise. My boots polished to a shine. The blueprint is tucked in my head. The crowd is sounding like a V12, just waiting for the boss to arrive. I'm idling in the darkness, cool as a freezer in December. So cool, in the darkness, cool as a freezer in December. So cool, game in my lungs, profit in my vision. From the gutter to the stage, we moving. I hear the bass thumping the floor, shaking the dust off the rafters. The scent of the grass is thick, reminds me of the block back home. Independent since the first day. No middleman in my pockets, they paying for the real grit. The mob age of a neighborhood legend. I step toward the velvet edge, mic in the right hand, checking the time in one last time. It's time to collect the bag. They thought the fire would fade out, but the pilot light stays burning. I'm the master of the ceremony, adjusting the cufflinks for the wind. Deep breath in. The game is out there waiting. The crowd is sounding like a V12, just waiting for the boss to arrive. I'm idling in the darkness, cool as a freezer in December. So cool, game in my lungs, profit in my vision. From the gutter to the stage,